So we're here to talk about Trainspotting the Musical. I think it is one of those titles that nobody expected to hear it become a musical. So what has attracted you to this project?
Oh, well, I mean, being a Scotsman, Trainspotting is interwoven with the culture. It has been for the past 30 years. And growing up in Scotland, it's one of those first books that anyone directs you to read. It's like, go read Trainspotting, go watch the film when you're old enough. And like, yeah, I mean, I was always attracted to it as a piece. I always wanted to do something with it in my life, whether it was like the Trainspotting live production that's been going on for years, or like, I don't know, some kind of adaptation, or if they ever came to do it again, film-wise. I just always knew I wanted to do something with Trainspotting in my life. And then this came up, and it was a whirlwind of an audition process. Like, it was from Thursday finding out to the following Thursday being cast. It was boom. And then, yeah, I mean, how can I not be attracted to it? You know? But, yeah.
And what did the audition process involve then?
As I say, it was quite a whirlwind. So I found out about it through a friend of mine that was auditioning for it on one Thursday in March, and phoned up my agent. I was like, I need to get in for this. They were like, we agree. So Saturday I got the material. Monday was my first round. Half an hour after I left my first round, I get a call from my agent. You've got a recall tomorrow. You don't need to be off book. They're sending you a bunch of new material. Have fun. Okay. Tuesday, second round. 15 minutes after I leave that second round, I'm cycling through Hyde Park and I get a call from my agent. You've got your final round in front of Irvine Welsh tomorrow at 10 to 6. Enjoy.
Wow.
Oh, okay. And then like, went home, checked over my stuff, prepared myself to meet the big man, because obviously that is a huge thing for any Scottish person. The man is an icon. And yeah, went in, done it, felt pretty good about it, went back up to the waiting room, was like, okay, I went pretty good, time to go do my thing for the night. And then 2 seconds later, casting assistant runs upstairs, goes, a couple of our producers have just walked in, do you want to do it again? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, cool, great. And then the next day, I'm at lunch, I get a call from my agent, you've got it. Yes! So, cannot complain in the slightest.
That's incredible. And how has things like rehearsals been so far?
It's been great, yeah. Like, it's so interesting seeing the show come together. There's so many quite literally moving parts to it all, and quite interesting ways of flipping between certain styles for scenes. I'm trying to watch what I say to not give away too much.
Yeah.
We open in 2 weeks, no surprise. But yeah, it's been really fun and really interesting. That adore the cast and adore the team. It's the time of my life. And we go into tech tomorrow.
That's very exciting. I did think that must have been coming up soon. The film handles a lot of dark themes. So how is that being translated onto the stage? How is it being handled?
I think it's been done with a lot of care. That obviously the nature of the story, with, as you say, quite a lot of dark themes, a lot of dark happenings within the story. I don't know if you've read the book, but the book is even more intense than the film, I'd argue. Like, yeah, you really need to be delicate when you're handling subject matter like that, and I think CJ has been, Irvine obviously has been, it's his baby, and we as a cast have been very sensitive to all of that and within ourselves, and yeah, I think it's been handled with a lot of care, and we've got a good story that doesn't downplay any of that, but handles it in a way that reminds you this is still a musical. It's a night out. Like, you'll cry at some point, but you'll laugh 10 minutes later. Okay, it'll be okay. It'll be alright.
Well, so, that sounds like a perfect mix.
Yeah.
The emotion and the laughter. What about the songs? I'm dying to hear about the songs, because I admit I watched the film for the first time recently. And I mean, I was only tiny when it came out. So my immediate thought was, what kind of music are we expecting from this show? From this show, because the film is not a musical. There are some iconic tracks in the background, So are we expecting music that we already know? Is there some originality amongst it? What are we going to hear?
I think the trick to it is expect nothing and expect everything you could possibly imagine. There's both. It's like, I've been classifying it when I've been talking to people about it, it's like a semi-jukebox. There are songs that you're familiar with, that you love and that everyone loves, but there are also so many fantastic original songs and of varying genre and degree. So take your expectations, throw them out the window, imagine anything could happen, and come join us for the ride and you'll have a great time.
I love that. That's amazing. Tell us about your character.
Oh, alrighty then. So, Simon Sick Boy David Williamson is a lot of things, a lot of words that I probably cannot give for print, but he is a man who cares about one thing and one thing in this world only, and it's himself. And he does not care who he has to stab in the back, or treat quite poorly, or not treat in any way at all to get what he wants, and what he wants is usually money and hedonism. So, it's definitely one to play because, I mean, it's like any role I've ever played before. It's so singular-minded and like quite, and a lot of times quite perverse and just kind of evil, to be honest. And yeah, it's been an interesting one to find, but it's also making that charming. You know what I mean? Because one of the things about Sick Boy is that he is a charmer. He's an absolute schmoozer, and finding the ways to take that vim and make it palatable, and not just palatable, but like, oh, I kind of like him. But he's literally, my instinct is to use a word that I know you cannot put in, but I think we can all.
Yeah, I think I can guess.
Yeah.
How have you prepared yourself for that character then? Because the character you're playing is very clearly by far a polar opposite. So what have you done to get into that mindset? How are you preparing yourself for what is clearly going to be a very big role, very big personality to take on?
I think it's one of those things where, like, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of opinions about Sick Boy as a character, and I'd never be mates with him in real life, but I've also, my job is to not judge him too harshly, otherwise I won't be able to play him well. Or not to judge him really at all, and to kind of get into that headspace. It's been one of those things where, like, in each of these scenes and situations, my instinct, or what I would do in that scenario, is the complete antithesis of what Sick Boy would do. So if I've been struggling to find, oh God, I'm not sure exactly what Simon would do here, I would go, okay, here's what I would do. What is the complete polar opposite of that? And that's kind of been it, you know? I mean, it's one of those things where I don't want to delve too far into that mind over fear of, like, I don't want to watch Manosphere videos, man. Like, I have no interest in that. And I feel like if Simon were alive today, or if this were set in the 2020s, he would. And, like, I mean, letting ideas like that inform my decision, but also not getting so deep into them to where I'm hurting myself or seeing things I don't want to see, you know. But it's been an interesting one, and it's a very interesting character, especially because it's the first time we're doing this show, and there will be people that are coming to see this who have no experience of Trainspotting, haven't read the book, haven't seen the film, probably heard about it, but like it's their first experience of it. Getting to create that character, who for them will be for the first time, it's been really interesting.
Oh no, that's
a lot of fun.